Bolwani, my people, this is your queen, Queen Ngningone II, 17th generation crown queen of the Fang people, also known as the Immortals. If you are new to my channel and you like my vibe, stick around, you might just learn something. Now to my returning, amazing, beautiful and handsome African royals. Welcome to Nubia, the path to return, the home of the African royals. My dear royals of Africa, thank you for tuning in for another video. I would like to start by thanking each one of you who like and share my messages. Thank you so much. So thank you so much to all of you sending your donation. Thank you. You shall never lack. Thank you for blessing the work of your queen. Thank you for blessing Nubia, the path to return, the home of the African royals. To hear the point of view of an African woman, a Bantu, Afro-Congo, yes.
Afro-Congo, Eric Moussanganya, les garçons RB, directeur Yves Mouyumba, Bernard Badi.
So, per our people, meaning our ancestors, are awakening in us. It is said, it is prophesied. So, because it said that our children, all of us, I don't care where you are, whether on the continent, we were enslaved there too. Okay, I mean, they were cutting off our limbs when we refused to work. So whether you are on the continent or in the diaspora, you know, we were going to awaken at some point. We were going to start remembering who we are or who we were. And I know I can speak of it. That's why I'm the ambassador of this generation, to let you know that that time has come. That time, we, our ancestors, who we were, who our lineage, whomever our people were back at home, those functions, those qualities, those attributes are awakening back in us. Tata Zambe told our ancestors that when the time comes for your children, your sons and daughters to awaken, it will be known to the world that there's something different. Back at home, it is known that people's wife and children are off limits. Okay? Even before I go further, when it comes to our kingdom, the people who came and invade our kingdom, who after the Portuguese came, all right, while they came to our king, you know how these Europeans are fake. They came like presenting themselves like they want to trade with us. They want to discover Africa, basically like they want to become friends. While our kings were entertaining them, their crew members were running rampant on our land. And they started capturing women. They started messing with us. So they started capturing women, kidnapping women and raping them. You know, a lot of people's daughters started coming missing. So the king's people started an investigation. It brought it back to them. When they raided their ship, they found our missing daughters in there. And that enough, they drew the line and engaged these people into war. They knew that from that point, they were around for no good reason. So yes, it took them started messing with us for our people, the Fang kings, you know, to launch an offensive against them. Okay, the outcome, we know we lost the war. They took over our land and took our people into slavery. Whomever you came from, you have like a totem animal in your tribe. You know, some people have the lion. Us, the royal, we're rocking with the leopard. Okay, so some of you have the gorilla, some of you have the elephant, some of you have so on and so on. That your tribe has as a totem animal, and the people from your tribe holds the power of that animal, that strength of that animal, that characteristic of that animal. And our elders tell us that in dire straight time, it just comes out. It means when you find yourself in a position where you feel that your back is being backed against the wall and there's really no hole through which you can escape, that animal gonna come out. Because you have to understand that for us African, marriage is something deeper than what these people have made it to be. I told you in my previous video, like the extent what our mothers do to keep the family together. Sometimes when we find ourselves married to a man who's infertile, we still want to save his honor. Number one, we keep it secret to him, like we just let him believe that he's normal like the other man. And not only that, we have to put up with our mom-in-law, meaning his mother. It's usually his mother and his sisters. Back in the day, before the in vitro science, his mother and his sister will bring you into secrecy and tell you the family secret. We have a problem in the family. The men are infertile. But as you know, we have to save his honor. Do you know that our mothers, they used to go and sleep with another man just so that he can, father children for her husband? Because our culture say whatever your wife or your husband produces, it is yours. Our culture say a child doesn't belong to the one who conceives it. A child belongs to the one who takes care of it. And since whatever happens in the wedlock is that production, so if your wife brings a baby from outside, it's yours. If your husband brings a baby from outside, it's yours. Our mothers, they go and collect their children, the children they have with little girls, mistresses around. These are the level of commitment, the level of sacrifice of the culture we come from. I know a lot of you out there have a lot of things to say about Jada, that she was not honoring to her man and blase. But I know that we've been held slave for a long time, to the point that many of us don't even think straight anymore. If Jada is not holding her end of the bargain, does it mean that Will should fail to his duty of a provider and a protector he is ordained by God to do to her and the kids? Of course not. And Will did what Will did. Okay? He did what he was supposed to do. Because in our culture, each time you step on a man's honor, there's a price to pay. They call you to the council of elder. Whatever that man tells you is going to cost you to buy his honor, his pride back, you're going to have to pay it. So not because they made of us slaves that we have to act to the part to their book. I want you guys to know that many of you will be awakening soon, are already awakening. All right? The secret of the black man is, as long as he's providing and protecting the black woman, he will be divinely protected and he will be divinely blessed. This is what is tied to you guys. Why do you think that they did every and anything in their power to separate you from your sisters, to regard her as a piece of trash you can do and say anything to? Remember, I told you folks, they torture our priests for our priests to reveal our spiritual secrets to them, so they know more about you guys than you know about yourself. So no, I do not condemn our son. He acted in a very Monkosi-like way. And of course, he sent a strange message to the world. A black woman is not a joke. She may have used to be a joke, but not anymore. And instead of, our other sons out there attacking him and stuff, as long as you're a well-behaved Negro, you buy to their rules and stuff, they will have dominion over you. I would dare any of you comedians to invite one of the Saudi prince, all right, and his wife veiled up sitting next to her. No matter how funny you are, I dare you to say a joke about her, because they made it clear to the whole world they're very extremely serious about their women. And I think it's time that we join the party. So what Will Smith made is not condemnable, is applaudable. Our male were trained to rape us while the master is standing. All right? So I even see our daughters, my poor daughters, we are so used to abuse that when somebody stick their neck out to defend us, some of us are out there screaming, because we are so used to be insulted, because we've been so used to be, raped. We've been so used to being taken advantage of. We've been so used to being, despised, rejected. My daughters, it's time we wake up. It's time we wake up. Do you know what people have done for their daughters and their mothers in the past? What is this? What is that which your brother did the other night? What is it? What he did is not acceptable under the Western standard. It doesn't mean that it's not acceptable under us African standard. The Africans are just awakening in you guys. And more if it's gonna happen. So I urge you guys to unite. Marriage is not only for good days. We are too used to always get the short end of the stick. When it's a woman misbehaving, they have to hang her. They have to strip her naked and take everything from her while she ensures your legacy. Our forefathers didn't treat our foremothers like that, even the crazy ones. And it's about time we go back to that. That which Will Smith did shouldn't shock any of you. It shouldn't shock any of you. It should be the standard for a woman that has been brutalized, beaten, raped, insulted, ignored. It's a new standard. It's a new dawn. And those of our men out there who don't even know what it feels like, to be a Monkosi, it's in you too. It's in you too. Just go back to who you are. You are not to be defined, you are not to be judged based on the Western standard. If you are not a Western man, as long as we work by their book, we do everything they say, we work in such conformity, they will have that dominion over us. We need to make sure that we establish a new standard. We are children, sons and daughters of Africa, backed by a strong culture. Our people say a man's woman and children are off limit. And yes, our fathers have lost their lives, over defending us, defending our honor. The Fang people went to war against guns before they could let them come and rape us at will and kidnap us at will. So that which Will did is nothing foreign to us.